Hi guys, I'm going to show you a couple things here. We're going to start with product import. The situation we're dealing with is we have this company, Innovation First Labs. They make hex bugs, which you may have seen at some toy stores, Vex Robotics, which you may have seen at some toy stores. And we already carry this line, but a couple things have happened. One, we've got this price list, and over here, they've changed the part numbers slightly by putting this dash in. So we need to update our part numbers. And then the other thing that needs to happen is in addition to updating those part numbers, uh, we need to import all of the UPC codes. Currently, we have only the system generated barcodes in Celerant. So we've taken this quite noisy, busy file, and we have simplified it we've broken it down into a file that we can easily import into Cumulus. So we've got the new style. By the way, we had to do this manually, insert the dash, because there's no mass change program in Cumulus. What we thought we could do was export the data from Cumulus, add the dash in Cumulus. But unfortunately, if you try to use the product, also called style, in the import here, then you have to also have the brand color style width. Well, we don't use color style width because we're exclusively hard goods. So we can't do an import using the style code, the product number, as the key to change and update the part number. So that was thrown out. So instead, what we did is we manually went through and inserted the dash in all of these items. Fortunately, there's only 24 items, but it has happened in the past where we've had to change the manufacturer part number for an entire line. So anyway, this is ready to import into Cumulus. You can see we've got the new product codes, we've got new descriptions, new retail price, the brand, which is the same, but you have to have that to import, and then the new barcodes. They're UPC codes, by the way. So we've got those in a CSV file, and we're going to import those now. We have already imported the new records. We did this previously with both, but we're going to just update the records now so I can show you what the problem is. We're going to use the barcode as a key, and we're going to do simple data. We're going to set our header row. So here's the brand, here's the style. We're going to leave the description out since we've already done that. We're going to leave the price out since we've already done that. And here's the new barcodes. Now, the problem here is, as you'll see in a moment, is that we don't have any opportunity to designate this new barcode as the primary. We want this to be the primary barcode because that's what gets pushed out to Google. That's what gets pushed up to the website. Unlike CAM or Retail Star, where you could have multiple barcodes and they were in a fixed position, your barcodes are kind of floating. So only the primary barcode is what gets pushed out. Unfortunately, there's no opportunity to designate this as primary. So you're going to see what happens here in a second. So we're going to import these, update these. You can see that the 24 rows have been updated. One of my problems with this program is there's no opportunity to see what was done. As far as I know, there's no date change that we can search on and print out. There's no record. Here are all the records that we updated here. There's no way for me to go and check the work, so to speak, of the program. We will be able to go in and look at the brand, but we won't necessarily be able to tell which specific records were updated in this process. So that's a problem. Exit. So now let's go look and see what we've got here. We can't go to products because the products list doesn't show us the barcode. So if I want to go there and make a change and see which barcodes, see if the barcodes have been updated, I cannot do it from here. Barcode is not a column I can see from here. So that's fine. We can do that from the SKU store list. So we'll go to SKU store list. We'll sort by that brand. For now, I'm just going to pick store 1 so we don't see 4 of every record. And we're going to search. Okay, so now we can see all of the items that were there. Some of these are new, some of these are not. We really have no way of knowing which ones are new and which ones are not. So here's my problem. As you can see, although we imported all those new barcodes, the only ones that show the new barcode are the new items that were added. So the problem now is, how do we go in and make and change the other barcode to the primary barcode? There's no way to do it from here because we can't edit from the SKU store list. And we also can't make that change in bulk. So let's go back to product. We can do that from product, but because we can't see the barcode, there's no way to know which ones need to be fixed, which ones we can't fix. Let me just pick one here so I know. Let's go the hexcalator ball kit. So the hexcalator ball kit. So we can go in and take a look at this. And, oh, sorry. We can go and take a look at these barcodes, and we can see that the new barcode has been imported. Here it is right here, 8076. But it needs to be designated as primary, and we'd like to convert the SKU type to UPC. So we should have been able to make these changes as in the import. So, but instead, what we have to do now is we have to go click on every single item. On each item, we have to then click on the type. So we have to, and then we have to click set as primary, and then we have to click update type. Then we have to click save. Then we have to go back to the list and click the new thing. I got carpal tunnel. I'm getting my wrist is sore. I'm only about 10 items into this list. So that's my problem with the import feature. So there's a couple issues with the import feature. One, I'd like to be able to use style as a key all by itself, without brand, without color, size, width. In our industry, and you may have noticed this, the product numbers all have a 3-letter code in front of them. So in this case, IFI. That's because in the toy and hobby industry, we've standardized, all the manufacturers have their own 3-letter code. So the product key, the product style, as you call it, is an identifier in and of itself. The other thing we'd like to be able to do is when we do import, we'd like to be able to designate that new barcode as the primary, and we'd like to assign a barcode type to it. As far as I can tell, there's no way to do that. And there's also no way to bring up the items you just added and make a bulk change. So let's say that we want to now go and take all of the new items and assign rarity points to them. Unlike the product search criteria, where we can pull all of the items that we just created today and make that min-max change. We can make some changes here, right? We can make some bulk changes. We can change the web classifications. But we can't change the min-maxes in bulk. We can only do it by one store. We can change the min-maxes in bulk in the SKU store list, but we don't have a dates tab, so we can't bring those up. In any case, so that's my basic issue with the product import. It's very handy to import products, but we'd like to be able to have style as a key by itself without color, size, and width. And then we'd like it to be easier to identify the items that have been changed when we're done. Thank you.